Hello, Taurus. Happy St. Patty's Day, especially to my Taurian Irish folks. But we can all use a little bit of the luck of the Irish, so I am going to do a St. Patrick's Day fortune reading for you. So, Taurus, first of all, let's start out with the fortune part, since that's what we're here for. The basket here talks about your recognition for the work that you've done and a reward, right? You have a basket here with fruit in it. It talks about abundance. So this definitely um, includes some kind of monetary compensation or success in some way, whether you're in business for yourself or you have a 9 to 5 job. This may mean a raise and recognition and promotion, that kind of thing. So let's keep that in mind because there are some issues with that come along with this. You have tulip, which talks about great passion. Cane is pay attention to your health. Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. The basket, like we just talked about, and teardrops, great personal sorrow. So, what this is telling me is that you're burning the candle at both ends, right? There's great passion, and then the cane and the jug are like the jug is in the center too. This is what spirit is calling attention to. It's the heart of the reading that you need to have more lighthearted, carefree time and not have your nose to the grindstone as much as you've been doing because you're burning yourself out. And I believe that you are burning yourself out because of something that is that you haven't healed. There's something that you're grieving over. It can be a death, it can be a loss of a relationship, a parting of ways. Um, it could even be a loss of a job. Whatever type of loss it is, it was painful. And it was so painful that you interrupted the grieving process by just kind of setting it aside and you know throwing yourself into your work, which it is paying off, but what is it costing you? You know, your health and your well-being, because unhealed grief, whether you're overworking or not, but unhealed grief can take a toll on your health. So, and I know this is ringing a bell, even to you guys who are really have this buried. It's ringing a bell somewhere. So, Spirit is telling you you really need to own up to this and do something about it. Um, hold on, let's see. Okay, I did have the right side. So I can't shuffle the whole deck because it's a really thick deck. Really quality cardstock that's thicker than most. Okay, Four of Wands in the center. We have the World in the center. Okay, Four of Wands first card. Okay, so the World obviously it's talking about a change. The more dramatic way of putting it and the more metaphysical way of putting it is um, coming through a portal, right? Moving through a portal, which simply means a change in your life. So, and the teardrop tea leaf here is tugging at me when I'm talking about the world here. Um, so whatever this loss is triggering a big change in your life, and I mean, it's going to happen anyway, but if you try and avoid dealing with it's going to take you on a route through this portal that's going to be much harder than it should be. If you just take a moment and really tend to your heart, then you'll be able to mend it and move forward quicker. The Emperor. Yeah, very, very good. The Emperor talks about one who is financially stable and confident in what in his position in life. Cards are really jumping today. Ace of Swords. Okay. So Ace of Swords is in this context right away. It tells me that there is recognition here. That this is resonating with the people who really need to hear it. Um, Queen of Cups. Yeah. You see, Queen of Cups is one who would never do what you're doing now, which is, trying to bury your feelings and ignore them and put your nose to the grindstone. Queen of Cups always listens to her heart, tends to her heart. So this is the energy that Spirit wants you to utilize and turn to. It's time for you to really listen to your heart and see where it needs a little TLC. Allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to cry. Especially my masculines listening too. Because I just heard the word masculine. You know, masculines have a particularly difficult problem with grieving because you guys have been brought up to bury your feelings. You know, a man doesn't cry. So I just heard the Cure's boys don't cry. Um, but we're all human. We all bleed. We all grieve. Okay. If there's something painful that you went through, and you don't have to walk around with your heart on your sleeve either. But at the very least, when you're alone, you need to allow yourself to feel your feelings. You can't tell yourself over and over again, it's okay, I'm okay, just keep going. No. Um, of course. The Ace of Swords tells me that you know everything that I'm saying, but sometimes it helps to hear it. The validation is important. Page of Pentacles. The money will be there. Whatever it is that you're doing will be lucrative. So you don't have to throw all of your energy at it all the time. It's coming. Seven of Swords. in this context, this is so in the Rider-Waite, in the traditional Rider-Waite, right? It's the guy tiptoeing away from, a camp of tents, like a military camp. Um, and he's got a bunch of swords that he's stolen, right? So in this context, this is about working smarter, not harder, right? So see where you can delegate things. See how you can make your job or your passion, whatever it is, less time consuming and exhausting so that you can have more lighthearted free time. Two of Pentacles, right? So this is the guy juggling the two coins. This is you managing your business life and your personal life, you know, with equal measure. So, in order for you to get through this portal, you're going to need to have balance. And I know you know how to do this because you didn't come this far, not knowing what you're doing. It's just this one little thing of you taking a moment and doing some self-care. It's that simple. You don't, some of the other signs had some blocks that they had to deal with in order for them to get to their coins and their fortune and their prosperity. But it's like you are there, or at least you're at the precipice of it, and you're enjoying some of it for sure. But there's more coming. But it's just that there's this a little bit of a block of stagnancy, and it's driving you crazy. And the harder you work, the harder it gets for you to, you know, get what you want. But it's because you're working so hard. Okay? So let's see what clarification we can get here. What do we got, Spirit? Taurus. And this is a very Taurian reading here. You see? Four of Pentacles. Working too hard. Focusing too much on the coin. So, there's a lack of a Taurian balance here too, because, Taurians are often depicted as lazy. Taurians are not lazy. They like the luxury. But, if they see an opportunity for luxury and financial gain, they will work real hard to get it. Um, but Taurus, you guys are, the kings and queens of work hard, play hard. You guys know how to do both, but right now there's a Taurian imbalance where there's just the work hard. It's time for you to slip into the luxurious Taurus and maybe take yourself out for a day spa or a vacation or something, or even some therapy, you know? Page of Swords goes with the Ace of Swords here. Here's the Sun reversed. Right? All of these cards are pointing to what I'm saying. Here's the Sun reversed. Okay, so it talks about two things. Number one, not enjoying yourself fully, but also not really having full clarity, right? You're not allowing yourself to have the full clarity because you're occluding your heart, right? And your heart is part of your view of the world. You can't just have an intellectual view of the world. There needs to be, an emotional view of the world as well. So as soon as you tend to your heart and grieve and give yourself a little rest, the sun is going to change to the upright position. Page of Swords is about starting to see how you can dig yourself out of this little rut that you're in. The Seven of Pentacles reversed is exactly what I was just saying. And, you have yourself on this treadmill of, you know, it's like the donkey and the carrot. You just grinding, 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 and not getting the results that you expect. And it's because of the energetic imbalance that you've created in your life. Queen of Cups again. Where are you, Queen of Cups? You have double Queen of Cups. This is spirit bringing attention to the fact that you need to draw from her energy, which is um, a great value and love that she has for herself and her own heart, that she always puts her own emotions first. Not in a terribly selfish way, but in a healthy, nourishing way for herself. Four of Wands. This, hold on, what else do we have here? Yeah, Three of Wands. So you may also be neglecting the people around you who love you, to Taurus. That it might not only be you that's grieving, there are people close to you who are also grieving about this. So this says that not only do you need to allow yourself to grieve, but there needs to be a grieving together and a helping each other through this. That's one of the keys of getting through this. You know, and you masking your feelings and overworking and whatever, that alone is taking a toll on the people in your household or your immediate friend group. Um, like don't feel that they can talk to you, come to you, and grieve with you. That's certainly not good. So let's open up and show our vulnerability to the people who, especially by the way, let's go back to our masculines. Let's not perpetuate this terrible stigma that's been passed down from generation to generation to boys that, they have to cover up their feelings. Because this might also be um, a younger masculine who is looking to you for guidance in the grieving process. So, and if you're hiding your grief and masking your grief and ignoring your grief in theirs, it's telling them that their own hearts are not worth tending to. And that's, I don't have to tell you, I know you can imagine the terrible catastrophes that can create all kinds of emotional imbalances, you know, and pushing people into unconsciousness, because all children are born conscious, but they can be kind of stifled and pushed down into unconsciousness as they grow older, you know, which is why we see, you know, not that I'm saying I have it all figured out, but, you know, there are many children and, you know, younger adults and children who are doing some terrible things, you know, and I won't speak of them here, but, you know, things that they do at crises that they create at school and unaliving people and that kind of thing, you know, that can stem from neglect and mental anguish and kind of that kind of thing that is left unaddressed. So, and I'm not at all saying that that's what's brewing here. That's not what I'm saying. But, you know, all I'm saying is let's nurture a healthy environment where we are encouraged to address our feelings and tend to our hearts. And, you know, that's not to say that you can't learn something from the young adults in your life too. You're learning from each other. Okay. So let's see. Where's my, here it is. Okay. What? Okay. Messages from the universe. Okay. See what advice we can get for you. Okay. We got two. When you continue to reminisce, replay, or hold on to what could have been, you continue to hold yourself in a place of resistance. Let what was inspire a new way of living, but don't allow it to limit and determine what it can be. So, for those of you who are coming out of marriages or close romantic relationships or even close platonic relationships, um, looping about what could have been, we all know is not good. You know, when you're in the moment and you're doing the looping, you feel that it's not good. You know, it doesn't make you feel good. So, and Lord knows I know what that feels like. And the way that I get myself out of those loops is adopt something that will draw your mind out of it. A song, or an affirmation, or just something that when you catch yourself doing the looping, you say that thing, or you put on that song, or do whatever it is that yanks you out of it. And you need to decide in that moment, this isn't healthy for me, you know? And again, therapy can really, really help you with that. And for the folks who are overworking and that, you know, this is everybody. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again because I do my best to shed that stigma about therapy. Um, that I really think of therapy as the same as the kind of self-care things that people like to do for themselves on a weekly basis, like get your nails done, or for the masculines, by the way, I see more and more men in the nail salons getting pedicures. Hallelujah. That's great self-care. But that kind of thing, I don't know, men, you guys like to play basketball or whatever once a week, whatever it is that you enjoy, that thing that you like to do for yourself is therapy can be one of those things. It's something that you do for yourself. It's that person that is there to listen to you, right? To be on your side and to help you sort through some things. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's so much to gain from it. So here we are. Focus on what is important to you. Don't give yourself time or energy to your worries. Right? This is what I was talking about, the looping. This is this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you most. With every thought, you are creating your future. Very nice. So, I think, what else are we? Okay. Sacred Destiny. Yeah, this deck is too big for me to this side. Okay. So you have a different method here of drawing the cards out for the big cards. Okay. Almost there, guys. Both of them. Okay. Trust. Truth. So truth is drawing you to the things that you don't want to see, right? The things that you are masking in your life, which in this case is your grief. Trust is trusting spirit and trusting yourself to allow yourself to feel what you need to feel so you can work through it. Because right now you're not trusting that grieving process. You're trying to mask it. So let's see what the card says. Wait, is there a number? Or these are just in alphabetical order? Yes. Okay. Trust. The desert seems parched and devoid of life, yet it is to the desert that spiritual sojourners go to gain messages from the Creator. Traditionally, the desert is a place of spiritual cleansing, renewal, and profound healing visions. Just as desert terrains can feel our souls, they also nourish lands thousands of miles away. For example, the Sahara Desert and the Amazon rainforests are a great distance from each other. One is a vast, dry area of sand and scrub, while the other is moist, lush, and green. And yet they are connected, and yet they are connected. Annually, thousands of tons of nutrient rich dust from the Sahara crosses continents in the uppermost atmosphere and deposits vital phosphorus and other minerals to the Amazon, which is needful of those exact nutrients. The sacred landscape wants you to know this is a powerful and important card to receive. Even when things seem parched or not fruitful, a deeper energy speaks of the power of your inner knowing. Meditate. Trust those nudges from the universe. Your celestial advisors are close now. You are now open to receive some of the most important messages of your life through your intuition. Your intuition is spot on, so trust it. And even if there are some areas of your life that seem lackluster, know that other areas are being fertilized for a resplendent future. Have faith and know that there is a higher purpose. Fantastic. I haven't talked too much about trust in spirit, right? Spirit is shouting out at you here to let spirit in. Let them in. They're trying to help you here. But I guess you know that, right? Because that's why you're listening to this in the first place. So truth. Song of the Wind. Wind is in the realm of the air elements, one of the four elements of life: air, water, fire, and earth. Air takes from form in the oxygen we breathe, as well as in breezes and zephyrs. It also represents our communication skills. When we speak, it is the air that passes through our mouths and allows us to speak and communicate. Wind is also prana, the source of life. As you communicate your truth to others, to yourself and others, you will find new energy and vitality emerging within your life. Let's repeat that. As you communicate your truth to yourself and others, right? Four of wands reversed. This is what I was talking about, how you need to grieve with others and allow yourself to be vulnerable with others. Um, you'll find a new energy and vitality emerging within your life. You and the people in your life. The sacred landscape wants you to know. Be honest with yourself and speak from your heart. Find your truth. Listen for what is sincere and honest in others. One of the most difficult things to know is what's true for you and what isn't. Sometimes it takes sincere silence to find your inner voice or truth. But once you find it, let go of anything in your life that isn't authentic. Share your truth with others. Release relationships in which you can't be yourself and can't be real. Very important. Being genuine can allow your spirit to fly and the song of your soul to be heard in the universe. Beautiful. Yeah, I think that's your reading, guys. So please let me know how you're feeling in general and about the reading, how it resonated for you. Um, I'd love to hear from you guys. I respond to every single comment that I get, and I enjoy engaging with you. So please, if you're comfortable, drop me a line and I'll be responding to you. Please drop me a like and subscribe too. It means the world to me. It costs you nothing. So until next time, guys, happy St. Patty's Day. Take care of yourself. Love, light, and many blessings.